One man is dead. Another two are injured after a construction trench collapsed.
To show you the scene in South Yarmouth, police say it happened on South Shore Drive just before 9 this morning. NBC 10's Amelia Fabiano is at the scene. Amelia, I understand you were there when they pulled one of the workers out this afternoon.
Yeah, Glenn, one of the guys actually was able to get out before we even got on scene here, around 12 or so. And then that second man was finally pulled out around 2. Sadly, there is a third man whose body is still in that trench tonight. And that's the scene you see here continuing to go on behind me into the evening. We're also learning that the construction company on site here, Rivoli, this isn't the first time they've gotten in trouble on a construction site like this one. A powerful moment of rescue near Parker River Beach in Yarmouth when a worker was pulled from a trench on South Shore Drive Tuesday afternoon.
It took a long time and a lot of resources to get him out.
That worker was buried up to his waist in a collapse. It took rescuers about 5 hours to get him out.
It's a very complicated rescue. We had a lot of collapse of the trench that continued to happen as we tried to remove him.
That worker was then med-flighted to a Rhode Island hospital trauma center. Another worker initially jumped in to try to help, but started to get stuck also. He was able to get himself out and was brought to Cape Cod Hospital in an ambulance. And sadly, officials say a third worker died in the trench collapse. The town has had ongoing sewer construction in the area. The road is completely dug up in front of the Skipper restaurant.
These guys busting their butt, for this to get this town, to where we can have sewage.
Construction equipment shows the company on site was Rivoli Construction Co.
They're responsible for managing the operations of their construction.
OSHA confirmed it's now investigating what happened here. Online records show OSHA fined Rivoli back in 2023 for an excavation violation in Littleton, Massachusetts. The agency found 2 employees were allowed to work inside an unprotected trenching excavation and were exposed to a potential cave-in. Now, as far as if there was any wrongdoing or violation on this site, OSHA says the investigation into that could take up to 6 months, and they won't comment while that process takes place. So it could be a while before we get those answers. And as far as how those 2 men who were rescued here earlier are doing tonight, we have not gotten an update. But if we hear anything, we'll let you know. Reporting live in Yarmouth, Amelia Fabiano, NBC 10 Boston.